Well, Ryan, here we are back at Headingley, pre-season, and obviously familiar but new surroundings for you.
Yeah, it's. I suppose when we spoke last time was in Nottingham, so it's been a big turnaround. But delighted to be here. I suppose where it all started. As a 17-year-old coming back to Yorkshire, it's great. Very exciting times, a new lease of life, and looking forward to, I suppose, a new challenge.
There's obviously a new exciting change room. Every year there's a new change room, one or two players change. This time, as you say, it's familiar surroundings, and it is, for you, a new challenge completely.
Yeah, that was one of the reasons. I think there's a lot of young talent in the team. They did really well last year, and I'm sure, from what I've seen, they're working really hard to go on better this year. A young, talented team, so hopefully I can pass on a bit of senior experience and go on better. I'm really delighted that I'm here and working hard.
It was a busy year last year when you were obviously over at Notts. The whole season was culminating in the last few games, and both Yorkshire and Notts were involved. So I kind of divided loyalties.
Yeah, of course I always, used to keep an eye on what Yorkshire were doing, but I must say I had a great time at Notts. To finish off in style, I suppose. Winning another championship. I'm very lucky. It's probably my third one, but hopefully I can win another one with Yorkshire again, which would be great.
They've got great plans here. I mean, the stadium itself must have changed since you were here as a player first time round. It really is looking quite awesome.
Yeah, it looks absolutely amazing. Yeah, it's changed a hell of a lot for the better, and obviously the stands are massive. It looks great. The facilities, obviously the staff. The staff have been great. We've got fitness trainer and masseuses, and yeah, I think it's going in the right direction. Yorkshire, definitely.
Any nerves the first time you put your foot over the white line?
Yeah, I'm sure there will. There's always nerves when I'm bowling. I think you always have the odd butterfly here and there. So, come the first game, especially with the Yorkshire fans, I better pull my finger out because I don't want them on my back early doors.
Okay, well, listen, we're here this morning, say in the indoor, and it's been the pre-season fitness testing, if you like. How do you feel that's gone? Is it sort of where you've always been as a player, or is it something that's newer but helping you in later life, shall we say?
Well, I think it's been a bit, because the last 5 years I've been with England, so I've been, playing all year round. So it's been a bit of a change, really, to be coming in the off season. But this is where all the hard work, starts in the winter, with the weights and running and getting the cardio up, and then, pre-season probably fitness takes a bit of a back seat, ready for the bowling and getting ready for you, getting your cricket skills ready for the season up ahead.
I suppose that is the comparison. In previous years you've had cricket skills because you've been touring, whereas now you've had a bit of a rest and it's about the fitness. Are you feeling better in yourself?
Yeah, I feel great. Yeah, we've been working hard. Obviously been doing a bit of hill running with the young lads flying past me and me trudging along, but that's what it's all about. I've really enjoyed every minute. We've been working hard and it's great.
It seems to me that every time a player on the international scene gets injured or they have a break from cricket, they come back stronger and in fact are able to maybe make a case for re-inclusion. Is that something that you've still harbour? Is your England spot back?
No, I mean, I've retired gracefully. I've had 4 or 5 years of playing for my country, enjoyed every minute. But times have changed. I think I've had my time. To come back to Yorkshire and play a full season would be great. I want to stay fit. But yeah, as you say, I think now with a hectic schedule, you need to be as fit and stronger as possible.
Of course, the guys that are currently having their fitness tested are out in India, Bangladesh and Sri Lanka for the World Cup. Something you've been involved in before, which is a tied game. What did you make of the cricket out there?
Well, I think it was much needed by England. Obviously, the performance against Netherlands wasn't great, but I think India, to play probably one of the favourites and take them all the way, which they probably should have won really in the end, is great. And I think now that obviously the adrenaline levels, they'll be back to where they want to be and knowing that they can do well and be a force to reckon with. I think just putting the two together now, that's probably the case, the bowling and the batting. Whereas, I think previously either the batters have done well and they're probably not bowled as well. So if you can tie those two in, which is pretty obvious, but if they can do that, they can beat anyone. Most definitely, they've got the players to do it.
You were sort of famous over the years for inspiring others around you with mainly with the ball. It's something that recently, obviously Tim Breslin, Yorkshire lad, did very well in the last game. If the bowlers can come to the party with the batters, then England have got some good chances, would you say?
Yeah, definitely. I think Tim Breslin, you could probably argue he's the go-to man now. He's a consistent bowler, all-round player. So, yeah, I think you need those players in your team who can inspire. I think you probably look at Kevin Peterson's and, if he can come to the party and get a few more runs, he inspires the whole team, and I think England can go all the way, most definitely. There's no one to fear. If they just put them both together, they can beat anyone.
Of course, on a bowling front, we've had a few people on hat-tricks, and this week Kemar Roach did take one for the West Indies. You've taken a hat-trick in international cricket. What do you think about as you're running in to bowl the third ball?
I don't think you don't really think. Obviously, you know you're on a hat-trick. I don't think you think about anything. I think you just try and get it as straight as possible, and hopefully they miss, which is done. I was looking on Sky yesterday how many bowlers have taken hat-tricks during a World Cup, which has been quite a few, a lot more than you would possibly think. So it must be a done thing, waiting for 50 over World Cups to come round and someone takes a hat-trick.
I mean, it is the pertinent point at the minute is where does 50 overs cricket sit in world cricket? We've seen 2020 cricket, and I think the ultimate test, the test matches, but there is a role for this one-day game. I think, well, we know the crowds in India, but what the spectacle has been, I think has been a good advert for cricket. I
think it's been great, yeah, obviously. There's been speculation about 50 over cricket, whether it goes to 40 overs, nobody knows, but I think it has a place. One-day cricket has got to have a place. It's been around for many years, and I think, this World Cup's been great. It's been a great advertisement. There's been some good games. Obviously, the minnows have done pretty well. They're ever improving, so I think the more nations you get playing this World Cup, the better it's going to be.
Well, hopefully there'll be some more great cricket there, and hopefully more great cricket heading this year, and you'll be part of it.
Hopefully, yeah, that'd be great.
Right, thanks very much.